Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque was born in 1647 in a small village in France. As a child, she was gentle and deeply drawn to prayer, but her early life was marked by suffering. After her father died, her family lost stability, and Margaret Mary endured illness, poverty, and misunderstanding. For years, she was bedridden and felt forgotten, yet she quietly entrusted her pain to God. As a young woman, she entered the Visitation Convent at Paris-le-Monial. Life in the convent was not easy for her. She was shy, physically weak, and often misunderstood by her fellow sisters. Many thought she was strange or overly emotional. Margaret Mary accepted these trials silently, choosing humility rather than self-defense. Between 1673 and 1675, while praying before the Blessed Sacrament, she experienced a series of visions of Christ. The first vision occurred on December 27, 1673, the feast of John the Evangelist, while Margaret Mary was praying before the Blessed Sacrament in the Visitation Convent at Paris-le-Monial. Margaret Mary described that Christ made her rest close to him, in a manner she compared spiritually, not physically, to John resting near Jesus at the Last Supper. Christ revealed to her his heart, not as a symbol alone, but as the living center of his love. She perceived the heart as burning with love, alive and radiant, wounded yet giving, overflowing with mercy. The emphasis was not pain for its own sake, but love that continues despite rejection. In this first vision, Jesus did not immediately ask her to do public acts. Instead, he focused on forming her interiorly. The core messages were, his heart is entirely given for humanity. Many people respond to this love with indifference. He desired love in return, especially from souls consecrated to him. He expressed sorrow not in anger, but in a way meant to awaken compassion. He invited her to grow in trust, remain faithful in her vocation, accept misunderstanding with humility, unite her sufferings with his love. This shows that the first vision was foundational, preparing her rather than commissioning her. The great apparition took place in June 1675, during the octave of Corpus Christi, while Margaret Mary was praying before the Blessed Sacrament in the convent chapel at Paris-le-Monial. By this time, she had already experienced earlier visions. She was struggling with doubt, illness, and misunderstanding. Very few people believed her. She felt inwardly burdened by what Christ had shown her. This vision clarified her mission. Margaret Mary described Christ appearing to her and showing his sacred heart openly. The heart was presented, outside his chest, surrounded by flames, crowned with thorns, surmounted by a cross. These elements were symbolic, not anatomical. Fire representing burning divine love, thorns representing human ingratitude and indifference, cross representing the sacrifice of love. The heart was not shown as defeated, but alive, offering itself. Christ expressed sorrow, not accusation, over how his love is treated. He asked that the Church establish a liturgical feast dedicated to his Sacred Heart, to be celebrated on the Friday after Corpus Christi. Purpose: to honor his love, to make reparation for indifference, to invite the faithful to trust his mercy. This feast was later officially approved by the Church. Christ asked for prayers and acts of love offered, especially on Fridays, in union with his sacrifice. Reparation here does not mean paying God back, but responding to love with love. He encouraged frequent reception of the Eucharist, especially communion on First Fridays. The goal was intimacy, not obligation. Christ asked that souls keep him company for 1 hour of prayer, especially on Thursday night, recalling his agony in Gethsemane. Purpose: companionship. Many superiors doubted her, and some sisters treated her harshly. Only later, through the support of Saint Claude de la Colombière, was the authenticity of her mission recognized. Margaret Mary lived a hidden life of prayer, sacrifice, and trust. She never sought attention or honor. She simply wanted people to know that Christ's love was real, personal, and merciful. She died in 1690, quietly and unknown to the world. Years later, the devotion she carried grew throughout the Church.